Looking at my clock, I make it 8:30. So welcome to Carradine's self-isolation sing-along. This is week 14, my word. Hopefully you've got your songbooks there on the front page of my website, carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. And before we go any further, I've been told, which I forgot to do last week early on, Jessica in Welling, you need to make sure you go to bed after my opening medley. There we go. She's back at school, so 8 o'clock bedtime. She's been allowed to stay up a little later for my opening medley. So, Jessica, go to bed after this one. But after we had some other bananas. So, grab your songbooks, front page. As always, a little bit of a warm-up. Here we go. You all know the verse now, don't you? Lambeth you've never seen. The skies ain't blue, the grass ain't green. It hasn't got that Mayfair touch, but that don't matter very much. We play the Lambeth way, not like you, but a bit more gay. And when we have a lot of fun, oh boy, here we go then. Any time you're Lambeth way, any evening, any day, you'll find us all. What do you find us? Doing the Lambeth walk. Oi! Every little Lambeth gal with a little Lambeth pal, you'll find us all doing the Lambeth walk. Oi! Everything free and easy, do as you know well pleasing. Why don't you make your way there, go there, stay there. Once you get down Lambeth way, any evening, any day, you'll find us all. What do you find us? Hey, all the regulars don't need song sheets for these. Now this next one, our usual bit of swaying. Now this song was made famous by Florrie, Forde, an Australian musical performer who came over here to England to make her fame and fortune. And we're going to have a little Florrie Forde medley a little later on. But here's one you're all going to know, I'm sure. Come, come, come and make eyes at me down at the old ball and push. Da 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 da. Come, come, drink some port wine with me down at the old ball and push. Hear the little German band. Da 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 da. Just let me hold your hand there. Do, come and have a drink or two down at the old ball and push. Bush, bush. One for the West Ham fans as usual. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high, nearly reach the sky. Then like my dreams they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding, I've looked everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. No excuses, we all know this one, don't we? Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. There we go. I'm half crazy, oh, for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. Ready with those bananas? Let's all go down the Strand. Let's all go down the Strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me, see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand. Oh, what a happy band. That's the place of fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand. Last one then. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London so. Have a banana. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I think of her wherever I go. I get a funny feeling inside of me, just walking up and down. Here we go, big finish then. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London town. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you now for joining me this evening. Our 14th week of self-isolation sing-alongs here, coming direct from my music room, our study here in Tunbridge in Kent. Hope you are well. And thank you so much for putting all your comments in. My wonderful wife Faye is, of course, over here reading the comments and digesting them for me and spitting them out in hopefully some coherent way.
You'll be lucky. No, I have to say there have been a couple of comments on the outfit again this evening. Commented that
good or bad?
Good. The waistcoat's not as bright as last week.
No, it's not indeed.
But a very jazzy tie. So
nice vintage tie. I got this one.
That seems to have gone down well. And very nice outfit. So someone's identified your shirt as Cathcart.
Very well spotted. Who was that? We don't know who
Tricks.
that was. Oh, Tricks. Yes. Simon James Cathcart, wonderful menswear designer and maker, and yeah, beautiful. There we go.
And of course, the tash has been mentioned already.
The tash has been mentioned. We haven't measured it, and actually, I'm looking in the camera, and of course, I didn't comb my hair.
So the comment's been that it's looking noticeably longer.
It is noticeably longer,
but we are being asked how long it is, so we might have to try and measure that later.
Okay, we've got a ruler over there. We can sort that out a little later on. So welcome everybody. Now I've got we've got loads of birthdays as always, and lots of anniversary requests.
I've got a birthday too.
All go on, Faye.
So this is happy birthday to Karen Hancock's dad Harry, who is 82 tomorrow.
Hey, 82 tomorrow. Harry, happy birthday for tomorrow. I've got a big long list here. We've got actually before we get there, Jessica from Welling, make sure you've gone to bed. Go to bed. Whatever your mum says, go to bed now. There we go. So birthdays this evening. Benji the dog, whose owner Emma Elizabeth sent me a message. It's his second birthday today. So huge birthday greetings to Benji the dog, who's watching, I believe. Ken Ralph, happy birthday, Ken. We've got a little request coming up for you a little later on. I've got Jed Mason, a happy 11th birthday for Monday. Jed, many happy returns for Monday. We've got two 60s in this evening, two 60s. Teresa Crow, many happy returns. And of course, a 60th birthday, happy 60th birthday to wonderful Trudy Clarkson. I did a wonderful gig down near Swindon for Trudy and her friends, and we had a fantastic music hall evening. It was a wonderful charity event that Trudy had organised. And so, Trudy, hope you're having a fantastic birthday and you're being spoilt rotten. That's what it's all about. And of course, a huge shout out and a birthday shout out to Lisa Moore from Steve Fielding. Lisa, happy birthday to you. And this medley goes out to you. This is a request from Steve for you. Now, we do this one quite regularly, but I thought it's been the weather's been a bit dodgy today, but we had a lovely bit of sunshine this afternoon. So a little sunshine medley for you. Page 6 in your songbooks. We all know this, don't we? Here we go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay dreaming, I dreamt that you were by my side. Let's see you then. Came disillusion when I awoke, dear. You were gone, and then I cried. All together, here we go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. How about this one? When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again, keep on smiling. 'Cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. And we finish this medley as always with a little bit of Morecambe and Wise. Don't forget the dance moves. Let's see you dancing at home. Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy through the years. Never bring me any tears. Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. One more time, bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. And again, bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. Hey, there we go. For Lisa's birthday, there we go. Lisa Moore's birthday, a little bit of You Are My Sunshine and a couple of other sunny songs. Hopefully the weather will stay now. Fingers crossed. It's not looking good for the weekend, is it? No. There we go. Well, hopefully you've got out and enjoyed the sunshine while we've had it today. So, of course, if you are liking what I'm doing this evening, how many people have we got watching? 239. We had 275 last week. So go on, get sharing. Click on the share link below this video, and then click share ... And that way you will get invite people into this live stream rather than a watch party. Facebook's a bit weird with the old watch party thing. So yes, they can join this feed. Or if you've got friends that you think might enjoy this evening, then do just pop their name, tag them in a comment in here, and they'll be brought right to this video so that they can join in. Now, of course, if you like what I do at Carradine's Cockney Sing Along, as I always say, you can buy my 2 CDs, which are available from my website, carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. And of course, you didn't pay to get in this evening. Well, you do pay to get out. No, you don't, of course. You can watch this for free. That's not a problem. But if you fancy throwing some coins my way in my virtual tip jar, you can do that too over at carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. I can sense Faye being so eager to impart some knowledge. So over to Faye.
I've just been gazing meaningfully at him. I do have a few shout-outs.
Oh, go on.
As it comes. Right, so my first one is a shout-out to Ben Hall for all his hard work fundraising for the Dorset and Somerset Air Ambulance. He's sleeping in his Anderson shelter until he goes back to school. So go for it, Ben. Good luck. All the best with that. Stick at it. You can do it. So that's fab. And we've got a Father's Day shout out that's come from Claire Law, and she wants to send it to her hubby Nick, because he has been an absolute homeschooling hero, and I think a lot of people can associate with that. And she couldn't have done lockdown without him, so just well done. And I have to say that our very own Tom Carradine has been doing a splendid job as well.
No.
Andrew's sniggering away beside me.
Andrew's laughing in the background. No, I've not.
Yeah.
We've come to blows a few times over home learning. It's not been great. Yes.
And yeah, you can stop now. Now I've also got some birthdays.
Oh God, more birthdays.
So fabulous. I've got from Lucy Manship saying happy birthday to Jessica, who's 10 on Saturday. We've got Toby and Daisy Spain, who'll be 8 on Sunday the 21st. And Leon Dumont says Esme is going to be 6 on Wednesday. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Lots of wonderful birthdays in this evening. Toby and Daisy especially waving across to Tunbridge Wells just down the road. So, well, there we go. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and joining in as always. Now where we're going. I had a request this week for for some Florrie Forde songs from Rob and Tracy from the Isle of Man. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, Florrie Forde was a they called her Australia's Mari Lloyd, really. She was a wonderful musical performer. She was born and raised in Australia, but she started her performing life on music halls in Australia at the latter part of the late 1800s. But then she came over here just before the turn of the century. And made it big over here. She never there was a big connection she had with the Isle of Man, in that she performed there at least once a year, every year while she was over here, and she had a few wonderful residencies over there, and quite a few of her songs mentioned the Isle of Man as well, because her maiden name as well was Flanagan. Which she changed to become Florrie Forde. But she wrote a wonderful Flanagan, take me to the Isle of Managan. I know, they don't write rhymes like that anymore, do they? So here's a little Florrie Forde medley for Rob and Tracy from the Isle of Man. I performed in the Isle of Man at the wonderful Gaiety Theatre in Douglas with the tour of Cabaret I did Fumpty years ago, which was great fun and a wonderful place, the Isle of Man. If you ever get a chance to visit, do. It's a wonderful island, and the people were so lovely and welcoming, and some fantastic museums from what I remember as well. So hi to Rob and Tracy, and also I'm just going to introduce it now because otherwise I'm going to forget. We've also got Alexander Hurst watching this evening. Hi Alexander, with Mum and Dad Derek and Julia, who it was their wedding anniversary last week, and we sang the Oliver medley for them for their anniversary. But this one goes out to Alexander, who's watching with Mum and Dad, and I need to get this in before 9 o'clock when you go to bed. So this is a little selection of Florrie Forde medleys, but the one for Alexander is Hold Your Hand Out, You Naughty Boy. Now, I'm not saying whether there's any truth in that. Derek and Julie will have to say that. But yes, that one's for you, and we'll get there in a moment. But we're going to start with a bit of a little sad tale, and the verse goes like this. In quaint native dress, an Italian maid was deep in distress as the streets she strayed, searching in every part for a false sweetheart and his ice cream cart. Her English was bad, it cannot be denied, and so to herself in Italian she cried. Now this is in your songbooks somewhere. Where is it? It's on the page 8. Goes like this. Ho, ho, Antonio, he's gone away. Left me alone, all on my own, I want to meet him with his new sweetheart. Then up you'll go, Antonio, and his ice cream cart. Well, this one goes out to Alexander. Here we go. Hold your hand down, naughty boy. Hold your hand down, naughty boy. Last night in the pale moonlight, I saw ya with a nice girl in the park. You were strolling full of joy, and I told you I'd never kiss a girl before. Hold your hand out, you naughty boy. We're talking about songs from Florrie, Forde and the Isle of Man, of course. This one mentions the Isle of Man and a man over there called Kelly. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly-double-L-Y. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Find him if you can. He's bad as old Antonio, left me on my own-io. Has anybody here seen Kelly? Kelly from the Isle of Man. Lots of Florrie Forde songs. She liked a good waltz, like Down at the Old Bull and Bush and Oh, Oh, Antonio. Here's another one of her famous songs. It goes like this. Swing me just a little bit higher, Obadiah, do. Swing me just a little bit higher and I'll love you. Tie me on and I'll never fall. Swing me over the garden wall, just a little bit higher, Obadiah, do. Now, we got anyone in from Lancashire? Who's giving a wave out to any lassies from Lancashire? She's a lassie from Lancashire, just a lassie from Lancashire. She's the lassie that I hold dear, oh so dear. Though she dresses in clogs and shawl, she's the prettiest of them all. None could be fairer or rarer than Sarah, my lass from Lancashire. And of course, so many of the songs that she sang, that Florrie Forde sang at the outbreak of the First World War were great patriotic marching songs that she made famous, and that were used in the recruiting drive for men to go and fight on the front in the First World War. And here are two of these. I'm sure you're going to know these. Let's see you marching at home. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. And of course, this one. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, 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 while you've a Lucifer to light your fag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Hey, a little Florrie, Forde, Medley for you there, going out to Rob and Tracy in the Isle of Man and anybody else watching in from the Isle of Man this evening. So, and then we go for Alexander Hurst as well. Hope you enjoyed that one. So there we go. Lots of wedding anniversaries in this evening, but a quick ode to Faye. I think he's got some other shout-outs there.
I've got more birthdays.
More birthdays, my word.
More birthdays. My first one is to say happy birthday to my friend Chris Hopper from South Tunbridge, WI, and it's her birthday today. So happy birthday. And apparently, Chris, you're in good company because it's Paul McCartney's 78th birthday today as well.
There we go.
So there we go. And finally, we've got a big happy birthday from Cy Lincoln to Roy Claridge, who is 102.
Woo!
So,
102. Good
yay.
going. Good going. Whew. Now I probably need to lie down, I reckon.
You were doing wedding anniversary.
I was doing wedding anniversaries. There's a fantastic plethora of wedding anniversaries as well in this evening. Now we've got Andrea and Carl Burnett, who also go. They're musical performers, and they go under the act of the Cognies, a steampunk music hall duo. If you fancy a bit of steampunk music hall, then do look them out. They're absolutely fantastic. It was their 19th wedding anniversary on Tuesday the 16th. So huge shout out to them. As I said, have a look for the Cognies Steampunk Music Hall act. They've been doing lots of live streaming as well on Facebook. So give them a look and tell them I sent you. We've got a little bit of By the Light of the Silvery Moon coming on a little bit later for you both. Also a shout out from Louise Hope to her mum and dad, her mum Anne Robinson and her dad. I haven't got her dad's name there. It's their 60th wedding anniversary on Monday, and they've requested a bit of Right Said Fred, a bit of Bernard Cribbin's Right Said Fred. That is coming up just in a moment. And also a huge shout out to Thomas and Rowan Pierce Hart, wonderful Thomas and Rowan out there, two wonderful, fantastic vintage gents who are celebrating their 8th wedding anniversary. So many, many congratulations, 8 years. Many congratulations to Thomas and Rowan. So there we go. Well, as I said, we had a request there for Right Said Fred. So it's probably time for a bit of a comedy song medley. So this is in your songbooks again. Turn in your songbooks to page 3 in your songbooks. We're going to start with a little bit of Mad Dogs and Englishmen. And this first one, Mad Dogs and Englishmen, goes out to Andy Smith. Oh no, it's a dedication from Andy Smith to his wife Josephina, who's in the Philippines waiting for her visa to come into the UK. So they've been apart during lockdown. So a huge shout out to Andy and Josephina, who hopefully won't be long before she can get across from the Philippines. So I think the mention of the Philippines in this Mad Dogs and Englishmen was a little bit of an idea for the request there. So here we go, a little bit of Mad Dogs and Englishmen, and then we've got some Right Said Fred coming up for Anna Robinson and her husband on their 60th wedding anniversary. So, Mad Dogs goes like this. Are we ready for the chorus? Here we go. Mad Dogs and Englishmen go. Oh, I probably need the pith helmet for this one, don't I? There we go. 2, 3, 4. Mad Dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. The Japanese don't care to, the Chinese wouldn't dare to, the Hindus and Argentines see firmly from 12 to 1, but the Englishmen detest a siesta. In the Philippines they have lovely screens to protect you from the glare. In the Medley states they have hats like plates that the Britishers won't wear. At 12 noon the natives swoon and no further work is done, but Mad Dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Here we go, a bit of Right Said Fred for Anne and her husband. Here we go. Right Said Fred, both of us together, one each end and steady as we go. Tried to shift it, couldn't even lift it. We was getting nowhere, and so we had a cup of tea. Now Right Said Fred, give a shout for Charlie. Up comes Charlie from the floor below. After straining, even and complaining, we was getting nowhere, and so we had a cup of tea, and Charlie had a think, and he thought we ought to take off all the handles and the things what held the candles, but it did no good. Well, I never thought it would. All right, said Fred, had to take them feet off. To get them feet off wouldn't take 'em home. Took its feet off, even took the seat off. Should have got us somewhere, but no. So Fred said, let's have another cup of tea, and we said, right-o. Now for any of our fantastic policemen and the specials, this is for you guys. A bit of the Laughing Policeman. I know a fat old policeman, he's always on our street. A fat and jolly red-faced man, he really is a treat. He's too kind for a policeman, he's never known to frown, but everybody says he is the happiest man in town. Here we go! Let's see you laughing. And for our bus drivers, hold very tight please, ting ting. When you are lost in London and you don't know where you are, you'll hear my voice a calling past further down the car, and very soon you'll find yourself inside the terminus in a London Transport diesel engine 97 horsepower omnibus. Along the Queen's Great Highway I drives me merry load at 20 miles per hour in the middle of the road. We like to drive in convoys, we're most gregarious. The big six-wheeler scarlet painted London Transport diesel engine 97 horsepower omnibus. Earth has not anything to show more fair. Mind the stairs, mind the stairs. Earth has not anything to show more fair. Any more fares, any more fares. When cabbies try to pass me before they overtakes, I sticks me flippin' hands on and I jumps on both me brakes. Them jackal taxi drivers can only swear and cuss. Behind that monarch of the road, observer of the highway code, the big six-wheeler scarlet painted London Transport diesel engine 97 horsepower omnibus. Hey, we stay in the same key. I was a bit confused then. Now I go window cleaning to earn an honest bob. For a nosy Parker, it's an interesting job. Now it's a job that just suits me. A window cleaner you would be if you could see what I could see. The honeymooning couples too, you should see them bill and coo. You'd be surprised at what they do when I'm cleaning windows. In my profession I work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. The blushing bride, she looks divine. The bridegroom, he is doing fine. I'd rather have his job than mine when I'm cleaning windows. A little bit of Charlie Chester or Clinton Forde, this one. Sandbags, windbags, camels with a hump. Fat girls, thin girls, some a little plump. Slave girls sold it 50 bob a lump in the Old Bazaar in Cairo. Brandy, shandy, beer without a froth. Braces, laces, a candle for the muff. Bet you look a smasher in your old loincloth in the Old Bazaar in Cairo. You can find most anything. Thimbles, fat cows, a little piece of string. You can purchase anything you wish. A clock, a dish, or something for your auntie Nellie. Harem, scare 'em, what you think of that? Benny, striptease, dancing on the mat. Umpa, umpa, that's enough of that in the Old Bazaar in Cairo. Hey, a little comedy song medley for you there. I'd love to do Always Look on the Bright Side of Life, but I know we've got so many requests this evening. I don't think we've got time for that this evening. But don't watch out. It'll be coming up, I'm sure, in a few weeks' time. So we got 270 people watching. Fantastic. Welcome, those of you who just joined us, to Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along. Hopefully you've got your songbooks from carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk and you're ready to sing along with us. So few more shout-outs this evening. A huge shout out to, we've got new viewers, Lynn and Pat tonight. A huge hello to you from Vera and Eve, who said they've been watching and they've encouraged you to join in this evening as well. So Lynn and Pat, welcome. Huge shout out to my good friend Nicola Wood in Southend. Nicola, thank you so much for the bottle of gin that you sent in the post the other day. It was a lovely surprise, much, much appreciated, and certainly slipped down quite nicely on Saturday night. So thank you very much, Nicola. Huge shout out to wonderful friends at Poppyland's 1940s Tea Room in Hornsey in Norfolk. Hopefully it won't be long before I can be up with you guys and celebrating once lockdown's all over. So huge shout out to Poppyland's. And of course to the Ramseys, Gillian and Mark Ramsey in Belfast, who are watching this week in their new kitchen. Yes, I've got a request coming for them, but it's going to have to come next week, I'm afraid. So Gillian and Mark, don't worry, it'll be coming, but I hope you're enjoying your new kitchen. So Faye, anything to come from you at the moment?
Just a really bad pun.
Oh, go on.
That Chris Scotton sent in, saying that you've gone to the dark side, a pith lord.
Oh.
So there's been a couple of comments about the pith, mainly complimentary, has to be said. that it very much suits you.
Well, it doesn't fit that one. I've got a huge head, and that one doesn't fit. This one fits, and which has still got the band inside. That fits fine. But the one that Andrew's got on over it, come on in. The one that Andrew's wearing, this one, it's a bit crazy. It doesn't really fit. Oh, don't jump up and down, being the camera's going to go crazy. But yeah, this one's a bit too big. No, this one just doesn't fit on my head. I've got two.
Why didn't you buy it then?
Because they only make one size. They only make one size. There we go. So, talking about taking the pith, where are we going now? This one goes out to Robin Coomber and family. Robert Coomer and family. They requested the Wompom Song. Now, I did this a few weeks ago for my wonderful friends Pete and Joe Morgan up in Sutton Coldfield as their request. But Robert and family were asking to do it with the lyrics because you guys didn't have the lyrics last time. So they were saying they've been trying to sing it over the last few weeks, but they only know about 3 other lines. So here's the Wompom Song, a little bit more Flanders one for you today. We're sticking on the kind of comedy songs line this. So this is the Wompom Song. You've got the lyrics in your songbook? It is on page... Oh, it's here somewhere. Page 6 in your songbooks. Here we go. You can do such a lot with a Wompom. You can use every part of it too. For work or for pleasure, it's a triumph, it's a treasure. Oh, there's nothing that a Wompom cannot do. Now the thread from the coat of the Wompom is as warmth and resilience of a wool. You need never wash or brush it, it's impossible to crush it, and it shimmers like the finest sort of hue. So my clothes are all made from the Wompom. Modern garments, sportswear, lingerie. They are waterproof and plastic. Where they're needed, they're elastic. There's never besides the figure as you see. Hail to thee, blithe Wompom. Hail to thee, your plant. All providing Wompom. Universal art. You can shave with the rind of the Wompom, and it acts as a soapless shampoo. And the roots in little doses keep you free from halitosis. Oh, there's nothing that a Wompom cannot do. No, there's nothing that a Wompom cannot do. No, there's nothing that a Wompom cannot do. Well, the thick outer shell of the Wompom you can mould with a finger and thumb. Though soft when you began it, it'll sit as hard as granite and is quite as light as aluminium. So we make what we like from the Wompom, and that proves very useful indeed. From streets full of houses to the buttons on your trousers. Oh, with the Wompom you have everything you need. Gaudiamus Wompom, gladly we salute. Vade me come Wompom, philanthropic fruit key change. Oh, the thin outer leaf of the Wompom makes the finest Havana cigar. And its bottom simply bristles with unusual looking thistles, but we haven't yet discovered what they are. Now the flesh in the heart of the Wompom has the flavour of porterhouse steak, and the juice, it is a liquor that will get you higher quicker, and you're still lit next morning when you wake. Wompom, Wompom, let your voices ring. Wompom, Wompom, evermore we sing. Key change to record what you do with a Wompom. Needs a book twice as big as Who's Who. I can tell you more and more about the fascinating flora. You can shape it, you can square it, you can drape it, you can wear it, you can ice it, you can dice it, you can bear it, you can slice it. Oh, there's nothing that a Wompom cannot do. There's nothing that a Wompom cannot do. There's nothing that a Wompom cannot do. The Wompom Song, a cheeky little bit of Flanders and Swan there, going out to the Coomber family. There we go, the Coomber family. Hopefully now you've got the lyrics. There's no excuses, you'll better sing that. You'll better sing that along. So, thank you so much to all the regulars who are joining us again this evening. Many of you follow me not only on Facebook on the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along page, but also join me after the show for a little lockdown lock-in, as we've started to call it, over on Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers, which is a group you can come and join. Just send me a request and I'll let you in later on. It's just a kind of group of my kind of friends and fans, really, and we'll kind of debrief and chat after the show when I'm having a bit of a lie down. And yes, but we were talking last week, we'll be talking about the last couple of weeks on Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongs about merchandise. And I'm pleased to say that we've got a fantastic limited edition Carradine's Self-Isolation Sing-Along tea towel. Yes! which is now available to pre-order. It's currently in production. It'll be here in a couple of weeks' time. So hopefully shipping at the early part of July. You can order those on my website, carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk, and click on the shop. They're £9, and all the shipping options by the UK or international are on there as well. Again, you can buy my CDs on there too. And, if you fancy any of the beer mats, I've got the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along beer mats that are here somewhere. Then feel free to drop me a line, drop me an email through my website, and I'll send you some of those in the post. No charge for those if you fancy having some of those beer mats. So, where are we going? Oh, here we go. Ken Ralph's birthday. Happy birthday, Ken. You had a request for this one. Now, this is a bit multitasking. Faye's going to join in on this one as well. And it's got a little kind of call and response thing going on. Now, here's an old cheeky song from the 1920s. I originally heard it sung by the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band back in the 70s, I think. And it was also covered by the Muppets. Now, Faye will remember. What was it? It was Fozzie and Scooter. On the Muppet Show. And it's a song called On Her Doorstep Last Night. So when we get to the chorus, you hear it, you'll pick it up. It goes like this. When the heart is young and free, and the spring is in full bloom, a young man's fancy turns to love, we know. There's a pair I often see as they stand beneath the moon, and the other night he just let himself go. And he kissed her.
Who did?
He did.
Where?
On her doorstep last night. He hugged her.
Who did?
He did.
Where?
On her doorstep last night. He said, "You are my darling Kate." Then he squeezed her fingers in the garden gate, and he kissed her.
Who did?
He did.
Where?
On her doorstep last night. Well, they certainly don't write them like they used to, do they? So the chorus, there we go. He kissed her. Who did? He did. Where? On her doorstep last night. You can do the echoes. Are you ready? Join Faye with the echoes. Here we go. 1, 2. And he kissed her.
Who did?
He did.
Where?
On her doorstep last night. He hugged her.
Who did?
He did.
Where?
On her doorstep last night. He said, "You are my darling Kate." Then he squeezed her fingers in the garden gate. Then he kissed her.
Who did?
He did. Where? On her doorstep last night. They really don't write them like they used to, do they? My word.
I'd say I'm branching out with my sound effects.
Yeah, Faye's got sound effects as well. So we've got another one of those coming very, very shortly. But before we're going to get a little bit more serious now. This next song is an old musical song. But it was originally an American song, came over in the late 1800s, this one. And the sing-along lyrics of the chorus are on page 5 of your songbooks. 5. This goes out to Jane Walton, who mentioned this a few weeks ago in the chat after the show. And I didn't really know it. I knew it as a song, but I'd never played it. So I'm going to attempt this one. It's the wonderful Nellie Dean. Actually, I had a request for this at a gig a long time ago when I was playing Wilton's Music Hall, and the wonderful Dave Myers from the Hairy Bikers asked for this, and I was like, I'm really sorry, I don't know it. So I'm going to rectify that fact. There's a beautiful American song. You can kind of hear the American kind of barbershop harmonies in there. A little bit of Nellie Dean. Hopefully this brings back some memories for some of you. By the old mill stream I'm dreaming, Nellie Dean, dreaming of your bright lights gleaming, Nellie Dean, as they used to fondly glow when we sat there long ago, listening to the waters flow, Nellie Dean. I can hear the robins singing, Nellie Dean, sweetest recollections bringing, Nellie Dean. And they seem to sing of you, with your tender eyes are blue, for I know they miss you too, Nellie Dean. Do you know the chorus? There's an old mill by the stream, Nellie Dean, when we used to sit and dream, Nellie Dean, and the waters as they flow seem to murmur sweet and low, you're my heart's desire, I love you, Nellie Dean. One more time. There's an old mill by the stream, Nellie Dean, where we used to sit and dream, Nellie Dean. And the waters as they flow seem to murmur sweet and low. You're my heart's desire, I love you, Nellie Dean. Oh, Nellie Dean. There we go. A little bit of Nellie Dean going out to Jane Walton there. And actually, that's interesting, that ending. It's called a Sweet Adelaide ending. It comes from the American song Sweet Adelaide, an old barbershop song. But yeah, if you put a little ending like that, it's called a Sweet Adeline. There we go. Learn something new every day, don't you? Fascinating facts. Now we had lots of requests for the accordion to come back out. Well, and we had some requests for the accordion not to come out. So, thank you, Andrew. My little assistant here is helping me out. So, there we go, Andrew. Yeah, that's enough, Andrew. Out the shot. Here we go. Oh, Mark Hood's just joined. Mark, you'll probably hear me down the road for this one. Here we go. So, this one goes out to Bob Beer, who requested this one. This one I came to first here through the wonderful Roy Hudd, the late Roy Hudd. Fantastic exponent of music hall songs. Now, this is an old folk song, actually. Another folk song which kind of got into the music hall. Yeah, it's known primarily as a music hall song. And also this makes me think of the fact that, unfortunately, with the way theatre's looking this year, it's looking unlikely that pantomime's going to be able to go ahead. What a real shame. So many theatres around the country rely on pantomime. So here's a little shout out to any of my friends who work in the theatre, and fingers crossed we can all get back together before panto time, because it's such a huge, important part of the year. So, but I've always had an ambition to be part of the pantomime. My ambition's to go on the stage. From this you can see that I've got 'em. In pantomime I'm all the rage. I'm the hole in the elephant's bottom. Now the girls all think that I'm it. When they sit in the stalls I can spot 'em, and I wink at the ones in the pit through the hole in the elephant's bottom. One day we played in a farce, and they stitched up my backside with cotton. It spit and showed all of my through the hole in the elephant's bottom. Round of applause for Faye on percussion. Now my landlady packs all my meals. One day when I went I've forgotten. Now daily she feeds me with buns through the hole in the elephant's bottom. There are pockets inside of the cloth for some beers if I've got 'em, but they hiss and they boo if I blow out the froth through the hole in the elephant's bottom. Now I've played it all over the world, and productions I can direct 'em. In Stratford on Avon I'm billed as the hole in the pachyderm's rectum. Well, now we've reached the last verse. It's as different as chalk is from charcoal. For a laugh I'll sing the last line through the hole in the elephant's bottom. There we go. A little bit of the hole in the elephant's bottom. Yes, no rude words were used in that version. There we go. There are some even more rude versions out there if you have a look. So, there we go. Many complaints on the comments there for putting the accordion away?
Actually, they've quite widely, warmly received.
Warmly received, like a bun in the elephant's bottom. There we go. Yes. So, oh my words! Now I can relax. Now, we've got 15 minutes to go. Oh, there we go. Well, it's probably time for a request medley. Lots of requests in this evening. Of course, if you want to request a song, the best way to do it is to go to my website and click on the requests tab and pop a little request in the form there. It comes through, and I can sort those all out every week. I try and squeeze as many in as I can. Unfortunately, this week we have had lots and lots, so I'm going to try and squeeze as many in as I can. So here are some songs that I'm sure you're going to know anyway. This first one goes out to Richard and Carol Knowles. They say they've only just found the sing-along, but they're catching up by watching all of my videos again from the start. And so this goes out to them. This is their request, but it also goes out to any of my friends who are Coventry City fans, who have Coventry City have moved up. I think it's into the first division. Is that right? I have no idea. I'm not a football fan, but this is their song, and it goes. The Eton boating song goes like this: jolly boating weather and a hay harvest breeze, blade on the feather, shade of the trees, swing, swing together with your bags between your knees, swing, swing together with your bags between your knees. While we're on the waltz time, this is a request for Mavis Clements from Bedford. She wanted a bit of Doris Day. Well, one of my favourite Doris Days. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said. What did she say? Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now this goes out to Andrea and Carl Burnett, the Cockneys, who I mentioned earlier on. This is for their 19th wedding anniversary. Another old music hall song. Here we go. By the light of the silvery moon, I want to spoon to my honey I'll croon love's tune. Honeymoon, keep a shining in June, keep a shining in June. Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon. Now where are we going? Okay, this is a request for Teresa Crow's 60th birthday, a bit of ABBA. My mind had Waterloo, Napoleon did surrender. Oh yeah, let's hear. And I have met my destiny in quite a similar way. History book on the shelf, so repeating it. So it's a bit too low for me, this one. Here we go. Waterloo, I was defeating you on the wall. Waterloo, promise to love you forevermore. Waterloo, couldn't escape if I wanted to. Waterloo, knowing my fate is to be with you. Whoa, 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 Waterloo, finally facing my Waterloo. Well, there we go, Teresa Crow's 60th birthday. Happy birthday, Teresa. Now, I had a request for this next one from Kitty Fisher up north somewhere. Who's it's the 80th anniversary today of the sinking of the RMS Lancashire. So she reminded me of that and the fact that her great uncle Arthur disobeyed orders and stayed on deck as the Lancashire set sail. Now off the coast of St Nazaire, they were attacked by German U-boats and the ship sank. And as his father had insisted that he had learnt to swim as a boy, that saved his life. He managed to get away. Unfortunately, many of the guys on the ship didn't. And he couldn't listen to this song when he was still alive, because it brought back too many memories of those who couldn't get off the ship, singing it as they went down. Well, as a tribute to those wonderful souls on the RMS Lancashire, it's a bit of Roll Out the Barrel. Roll out the barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun. Get your spoons ready. Roll out the barrel, we got the blues on the run. Zing, boom, tararrel, ring out a song of good cheer. Now's the time to roll the barrel for the gangs all here. One last time, then here we go. Roll out the barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun. Get your spoons out then. Roll out the barrel, we got the blues on. I need to train Faye up. Zing, boom, tararrel, ring out a song of good cheer. Now's the time to roll the barrel for the gangs all hey. Oof, my word. There we go. What a wonderful request minute. A real broad showing of styles there, but there we go. A little bit of ABBA thrown in as well. As I said, if you want to get some requests in, get them in through my website. That's the best place to get them in, and I will most definitely see them. And if I can't get them in for the week, for a specific birthday or perhaps, I'll make sure I get them in as a request at another week in the future. I've got a few definitely coming next week that I've already dealt with, so don't you worry. If you put a request in this week and it's not here, it'll be in next week. So, Faye's looking meanfully again.
I am, partly because I'm like, it is possible to be too skilled and qualified with percussion instruments. You do know, you got me using 2 this week compared to 1 last week.
Well,
now he wants the spoons. I'll work on it. So yeah, I have got a couple of shout outs. One from Dale Bullitt to Bob, who's got his 50th birthday. Today. Oh no, is it today? No, 50th birthday. I can't read my own handwriting. Happy birthday, Bob. And James Farrer has decided he's going to unconfuse you about Coventry City.
Oh, okay, go on. Okay, I'm ready for it. Okay.
Right, okay. They've been promoted to the Championship, which apparently used to be the First Division. Okay. And before that was the Second Division, and that's why you're confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just confused because it's football. I don't do football.
So it doesn't take much to confuse our Tom. So
I mean, I suppose I used to support Coventry City growing up, but for me it was the 1987 when I was a kid, the 1987 and the FA Cup final, and it was kind of downhill all the way after that, wasn't it? There we go. Well, congratulations to Coventry City for getting up to the Championship. Oh, I sound educated now.
Championship.
The Championship.
You're getting the lingo.
League division. What do they call it? Championship.
Just the Championship.
Yeah. Coventry City's
You're
gone up to the.
asking me like
Coventry City's gone up to the Championship. Yeah, Boston. There we go. So now where are we going? Oh no, I'm not doing any more ABBA. Well, there we go. Well, of course, it's probably time. We can't have the sing along today without, of course, acknowledging the loss today of the wonderful Dame Vera Lynn. 103, what a fantastic innings. And what a legacy that she's left in the music that she created and made famous in the Second World War. There was a real reason that she was called the Forces' sweetheart. She kept the Forces' hopes up and spirits up while they were fighting. She toured from Egypt to Burma and across the Far East, singing to the troops to keep their spirits up, and also, of course, keeping the spirits up of those people at home on the home front as well. The combination of her beautiful vocals, her generous and warm personality, and also the wonderful songs that she made famous. Songs that some of them that weren't really made famous by other performers, but it was Vera Lynn's renditions of them that really added something, I suppose. Those words, I mean, things like "We'll Meet Again," the lyrics to "We'll Meet Again," that really hit home to both the families over here and the boys and girls over fighting on the front. So, yes, we couldn't go by without singing at least one Vera Lynn song this evening. I mean, we could, in theory, do a whole evening of wonderful Vera Lynn classics, but we're going to sing this one. This isn't in the songbooks, but you're going to know it, I'm sure. But I'm going to sing you the verse. It goes like this. I'll never forget the people I met, braving those angry skies. I remember well, as the shadows fell, the light of hope in their eyes. And though I'm far away, I still can hear them say, thumbs up, for when the dawn comes up, there'll be bluebirds over the wide cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after. Tomorrow, when the world is free, the shepherd will tend his sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds over the wide cliffs of Dover tomorrow. Just you wait and see. There we go. A little song for the wonderful Dame Vera Lynn, who passed away this morning. So, yes, what a huge loss. I'd never met Vera Lynn, but have friends who were very close to her, and performers who'd worked with her over the years, and who none of them had a bad word to say about her. A fantastic, fantastic woman. So generous in her personality and her warmth, and yes, but what a legacy that she's left with us, and that legacy that she did to help us through the Second World War. There we go. So coming towards the end of the sing along this evening, over to Faye for some final comments and shout outs.
Sorry, I was too busy listening to you. Just a couple of things. A little shout out to Mark Scrivens, because the move to Normandy has happened.
Hey, congratulations!
It was mentioned last week. Congratulations! I'm glad you've settled in. We've had a few comments on what Boston means. It is a Midlands term.
It's a Brummie thing, really. It's a Brummie thing, really. Lovely, all right. I get a market. Boston, good fun. Okay. What, they want to know what Boston means?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd like to know. What Boston
good,
means.
like
okay.
Boston, like
yeah. Thank you. No one
Boston.
was actually. There was some conversations going on, but then I realised I actually didn't know.
Lovely, lovely. All right, I get a market. Come to Birmingham. That's when my dad talks. Wow. Yeah, Boston, good, fantastic.
Thank you. That's cleared that up. Over to you.
Fantastic. Well, as I said, we're coming to the end. As I said, if you like what I do at Carradine's Cockney Sing Along and you fancy throwing some coins my way, you can do that on my virtual tip jar, which is over at my website, carradinescockneysingalong.co.uk. And, of course, my CDs you can purchase there. And don't forget the tea towels! A very, very limited run. I think I've already sold about 3/4 of the lot. I ordered 100 initially, so if there's more interest, I will order maybe another 50 more. But it's only going to be a small run. It's not going to be a huge thing. So yes, get in quickly on those. And as I said, they're not ready to ship at the moment. They'll be shipping towards the beginning of July. So watch this space as well. So yeah, huge thank you to Faye on comments.
Take my bow.
And on percussion, yay! And of course, Andrew over here. Andrew been drawing today?
No.
No drawing today.
Because the pencil, the lead came off.
Oh, broke the lead in the pencil. There we go. So, and of course from Marcus, my man, sorting out my back end, as it were, sorting out all the comments and messages behind the back of this and all the social media. So thank you, Marcus, much appreciated. Hopefully you can all join us again, this time again next week, for a good old-fashioned self-isolated sing-along. I know my website says, or my Facebook event says that this finishes next week. Who knows? I mean, it's going to be a while before I'm back at Mr. Fogg's Tavern in Covent Garden. So I'm going to be here for a while yet. So we're on week 14. Let's see how long we can keep this going before I need a week off and a strong drink. So this last one this evening goes out to all of my wonderful gang show friends in Coventry. And it's also a dedication to... now this comes from Jane Pal Freeman. And it's a dedication to her grandchildren, Joseph and Mariana, who took part back in 2018 in the Hereford Gang Show. And they're both coping well with lockdown, she says, and homeschooling, but really missing their family and friends. And Joseph is particularly missing being with his friends at the 1st Kington Scouts. So there we go. Huge shout out to Joseph and Mariana. And I'm going to leave you with this one. Some of you, my regulars, will know this one. If you don't, we're going to sing it twice anyway. The lyrics are on the last page of the songbooks. This is a song that Ralph Reeder wrote, the wonderful creator of the Scout Gang shows. And it just kind of sums it up, really. And it goes like this. These are the times we shall dream about, and we'll call them the good old days. When the years have rolled away, we shall dream of the times we had, the songs we used to sing. So while we're together, let us laugh at the weather and whatever the gods may bring. When all our youth is but memories, days. Let's hear then, sing-alongers. These are the times we shall dream about, and we'll call them the good old days. When the years have rolled away, we shall dream of the times we had, the songs we used to sing. So while we're together, let us laugh at the weather and whatever the gods may bring. When all our youth is but memories, and the years bring the parting of the ways, then believe me, fellas, these are the times we shall dream about, and we'll call them the good old days. A little bit of Ralph Reed to finish off. There we go for Joseph and Marianne. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. For those of you who are members of Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers or want to become members, find that over on the Facebook page. And join us now for once Andrew's gone to bed in about 5-10 minutes. We'll be over for a little lockdown lock-in. And yes, we'll see you then. Thanks very much. Bye. Now she's got the percussion out. We're never going to stop her.